Right, 101 with Chi. Yeah, I'm back again. Still test running my thing. Okay, you're all live with Chi. 101, testing the live stream. Yes, in case you want to contribute, the number to call is plus 39350 953 4954. Yeah, you get me live. 101 with Chi. Yes, today I'm kind of just running, but we're gonna deal on one topic, which is how I carry enter one chance. What is this guy talking about? Well, the issue is about borrowing. Borrowing money. Have you ever borrowed money to someone before? Like, I beg my guy, borrow me money now. I'll give you back later. You know what happens later? That money is gone. Sometimes you have to fight to get back that money. It doesn't work. Look, the same mouth they use and borrow it from you. Then before you know it, the same mouth they're gonna use to insult you. So I want to know get your reaction. Like, have you ever fallen victim of those kind of people who say, my guy, borrow me. I'll pay you back later, even with interest. And at the end of the day, it ends up in a fight. This is Europe. Here, when you borrow someone money, even when you go to the police, you get little or no result. So they know it. Let's say if it was back home, like for example in Nigeria, you borrow someone money and maybe the deadline is over, the person doesn't want to pay, you give the person some little chance. The next thing you do what? You call police. They arrest him and the person start paying and start begging. But here it's not like that. Sometimes you just forget about it. So let me get your reaction. Like, call, just share. I'm just running the live stream, trying to get reactions from people. So if you're watching, you want to call and tell me how someone has cheated you when it comes to money deal gone wrong, you can call plus 39350 953 4954. I repeat again, plus 39350 953 4954. Okay, that's the number you can call to get me live. Just tell me that short story. You can just summarize it, like what happened, what went wrong, money deal gone wrong. But let me tell you one thing: when money deal goes wrong like this, sometimes if you don't want to go into bloody fight with the person, you can just forfeit it because do you have proof? You understand? So 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 now you are 101 with Chi, like I always say, just running the live stream 101 with Chi. How did you end up entering one chance when you borrowed someone money? The number to call is 350 953 4954. Okay, call and give me your own part of the story. How did you solve it? Were you able to get back that money after borrowing your friend or that particular person the money? How did you solve it? Did you end up retrieving it or you just let go the money just like that and then you learned your bitter lesson? That's why some of you sue and say, I will never borrow money to someone, no matter how the person begs me. Because this is part of experience. You have learned the bitter way. That's why you choose not to borrow anymore. Because three people or how many people must have borrowed from you and never paid back again. It's so painful because sometimes they end up insulting you, telling you rubbish, that there's nothing you can do, all because this is Europe. Even sometimes it happens in Africa too. You struggle and struggle. Some people say, leave the money for him before he ends up going for juju, using juju to kill you. You borrow someone money at the same time, the person now wants to kill you. So tell me, give me your own part of the story. The number to call is 350 953 4954. Okay? Now let me tell you something. If you want to borrow someone money, make sure that you have what they call proof, evidence. At least, maybe you guys should go into an agreement, write something down, signature here and there, or you can go to a lawyer. He will draft an agreement letter. Both of you is fine. He will hold a copy. Both of you get copies. Or if you are sending through the application or through your bank, you have to always mention the reason, put down the reason for sending or borrowing that particular money to that person. Write it down. That is your evidence. So, in case you go to the police to report the person, Guardia di Finanza, if you say in Italy, Guardia di Finanza, I don't know other countries what they call theirs. When you go there, you make your report, they'll listen to you, and you write down your statement, bring your evidence, maybe the letter of agreement drafted by the lawyer, or the proof from the bank transfer, what you wrote down there as the evidence, or through your application for sending money. The evidence is there. You wrote down the reason for sending. If you see the right like causa or causale in Italian, then you write it there. Borrowing money to blah blah blah. You put down the name of the person for this reason, for that reason, to pay back so time. So now the person cannot deny it just like that, because if he tries to deny it, he or she, the police will ask him to get his own statement of account because that money was paid in through bank transfer, or you have your the letter from the lawyer, that he drafted for both of you to sign. Okay, so if you do that, you are more safer. So the police will mandate that guy to pay within a specific period of time. If he fails to do that, then they charge him to court because it could be taken as a fraud. It's like, he borrowed that money with the intention to defraud you. So he'll be charged to court, even maybe sent to prison, and he'll still pay the money. So that is why always write the reason for borrowing someone money or any transaction you are doing, whether you are buying anything from someone, you are paying for something, always put down the reason. Else, the person can easily deny it. I'm telling you, even if you pay without writing reason, person say the money you paid me was the one kind of money I borrowed you, you just paid me back. So always put down the reason. Um, because if you go to the police ask you for evidence. Do you have evidence that you borrowed him money? Any evidence of bank transfer? What's the reason? What did you do? And you cannot give concrete evidence. Let me tell you, that case will be kind of a big problem to handle. By the way, this is one-on-one with G live, still test running. If you want to call, you can call this number, which you can get me live and contribute. How you carry enter one chance. How someone robbed you of your money in broad daylight with that gun, with that knife. He just smooth talked you, sweet talked you, and you just borrowed the money, believing him or her in totality. And this dude end up defrauding you just like that. And in his own mind, he's happy. So if you want to contribute and tell me your own part of the story, how did you overcome it? Were you able to get back your money? Which tricks or system did you use? You can call 350-953-4954. Okay? Yeah. Waiting for your call. So that is how it's going. Yeah, you guys are in church, right? Still in church. Okay? All right. Please call in. What are you guys waiting for? Call in. Are you scared of talking to Chi? Are you scared of calling Chi? Don't worry. Even if you cannot, you speak Pidgin. Chi can also speak Pidgin. I can speak the rugged English language. Come on, just call. With Pidgin, I can flow. Yeah, even with Italian, I can flow. Yeah, just flow with Chi, man. One on one. Tell me how someone tried to rob you of your money when you borrowed the person, and were you able to recover it back? So just this is a kind of lesson for everyone who is about to borrow someone. Look, let me tell you, 20 friends cannot play for 20 years. The dude you think you know that you call your G. Let me tell you, certain things can separate friends. You see, money and girls. These are the two things that could make people fight. When it comes to girl, money and boyfriends, yeah, it can make them fight, man. It can make them fight and quarrel. So that's why when you are dealing with money with a friend, be careful. Because let me tell you, within every two friends, one could be used by the devil. So be careful. So if you are the one who the devil is always talking to betray a friend, tell the devil, get behind me, Satan. I need to flee. So be careful. The person you call your best friend is likely to be the one to hurt you the most. I tell you the truth because that best friend knows the in and out of you. Okay? And to me, I'm beginning to think in life that there's nothing like best friends. Yeah, there's nothing like that. But we tend to say, my best friend, my best friend. These are the people that will go out there and give out your secrets to outsiders. Let me tell you, people outside cannot hurt you without, getting proper information and deep information about you, which only your best friend knows about. There are some friends that could be with you in the room, sleep with you, eat with you, go to the kitchen with you, cook. There are some friends you cannot entertain, even in your compound. You entertain them only outside. Some people, you don't even let them know where you live. You just meet them in the city side, talk with them, and that ends it. So there are limits of friendship. There are limits of friendship. Okay, why some friends can just come into the compound, that's the limit. Okay, so know the limits you have to go with your friends all the time. Know the limits. Especially here abroad, which is like a no man's land. You are just here alone. Let me tell you, many friends have put friends in prison. Some have been deported because of so called friends, you know. So there are many stories to that. I will come to those kind of stories so that you be aware of what is happening in Europe here where you are. That's why no friends should be trusted like that. I'm telling you. So now there are some friends you can bring into the parlor, your sitting room, entertain them there, and that's the limit. Why there are some friends that have access to almost everything you have. Those ones are the ones you call your best friend because you believe in them. They have been with there for you through the hard times, good times. So you have this level of trust. But no matter what, sometimes you have to keep distance too. You don't let them know everything. Yeah, when friends know everything, they can bring you down so easily. Yes. So now this is it. In Europe here or in Italy here, let's come back here. Let's come back home. Let me tell you. One guy went to his friend's house. By the way, if you want to contribute, this is one on one with Chi. You can call 350-953-4954. Okay, waiting for your call. Call me, man. Speak your pigeon. I'll flow with you in pigeon. Anyhow you want it, I'll flow with you. Okay, this guy went to visit his friends. Though, according to his story, his friends have been kind of asking him for money because his friends are not working. But it's like they sell the white powder thing, they deal on drugs. But sometimes they don't get the money. So it's like that moment they were broke. So this is their very friend who is an Igbo guy. He goes to work and come back, but he doesn't live with them. Sometimes he comes to hang around with them. So what happened? One day they started asking him for money, like borrow us some money, please. We're gonna pay you back. This guy was like, I don't have. But among those guys, they have already planned what to do to him. Well, he went to their house on a very good day just to visit. What happened? Will shock you guys. Could you imagine that these friends, these people he call friends, he normally go drink with them, eat with them, and go. Because he didn't borrow them the money, then they put some drugs in his bag, which he came with. In abroad here, we carry bags for a lot. So while they were confused, some were confusing him in the other side of the house, then some were putting the drugs in there. So when he was going, they have already called the police and say, hey, so person in so place is carrying drugs in his bag. So that was how police just went, wah, 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 and then arrested the guy. The guy was like, man, you know how the police say, took his say, dove il tuo documenti, guarda qua, apri questo, apri la borsa, So they keep searching this guy until they open the bag and they saw the culprit, the drugs inside. This guy was like, he doesn't know how it got in there. They're like, then how? Where are you from? He was like, we don't know him really. He just came around here, blah, blah, blah. They lied, you know? And that is how this guy got himself in prison. He was sentenced 10 whooping years in prison, you know? So after spending like 2 years, he was like, in prison, they normally bring these forms for people who want to be repatriated back home voluntarily. Maybe instead of you serving 10 years, they can give you option. Do you want to serve your 10 years here or be repatriated, be deported back home? So his brother in Israel, kind of cousin, told him, hey, it's better you repatriate yourself, deport yourself back. So he has to fill the form because imagine wasting 10 whooping years. By the way, this is one on one with Chi, still test running the live. Okay, you can call if you want to contribute 350-953-4954. Okay, so he decided to deport himself back home. Yes, because imagine spending 10 years here. What it to, how old are you? If you are 30, you spend 10 years in prison. That's 40 whooping years. Come on. Now this guy is back home, but even the so-called cousin that promised to bring him to Israel. Say, hey, just go within a month or three, I'll bring you to Israel. You hustle and make money. The guy also abandoned him. That guy now is regretting his whole life in Nigeria. Imagine how friends ruined his life. Friends, people you call friends, are the same people that are likely to bring you down. So be careful of the kind of people you parole with, people you call your G. Let me tell you, if you want to know the minds of people, let me say you're with four friends in the room gisting. Just put your phone on recording, and just drop it. Pretend you are charging it inside that place where people are chatting in the room or parlor. Just put your phone on recording and pretend like, hey guys, I want to go to the supermarket. I'm coming. I want to go and meet someone. I'm coming. Just go out of that place. Then you will see that the remaining